So, normally, I would start off my videos and everything with something as silly as you skip this, if you skip this, blah, 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 or I say something outlandish. But right now, I feel like I need to take a more serious approach to what we're discussing here. And the discussion is what I have. It's called autism. And, well, yesterday, one of our elected officials decided to speak on the quote-unquote preventable disease of autism. So, of course, when I first heard this, I was angry. And honestly, I still am. And afraid and scared. But the way that this is pretty much being looked at. And I would have recorded this bit of it on my stream and do like a reaction type, typical reaction type, right? But my OBS for some reason looks like this. I have no idea why. But nonetheless, we are here to speak about this topic right here. And as someone who's an autistic adult who is an American citizen and also is Hispanic and would like to speak on the things that were being brought up here. So, by all means, let's get into it.
There's an individual injury. These are kids that this is a preventable disease.
False right over there. It's not preventable, it's genetic. Or it could be some type of thing. My mother was not diagnosed with autism, and for what I do know about my father, he was not diagnosed with autism. So that is the next red flag right there. Or what I like to call a flag in the play at that point. So that is very false right there already. This is already spreading propaganda. You might as well get fucking Butch Hartman to pray the autism away. Never forget he did that, by the way. Fuck him.
We know it's an environmental exposure.
No, it's not.
It has to be. Genes do not cause epidemics.
And the fact that he calls autism an epidemic, already right there, it already infuriated me. Look, I am trying my best right now to not be angry. I'm trying right now to hold my emotions together, and for what I'm hearing and everything about this. So we'll go from there, and we'll just carry on from what else he said about this.
It can provide a vulnerability.
It cannot provide vulnerability. There's moments where I feel vulnerable and everything mentally. I don't think in some cases, it varies between high-functioning autistic people to lower-functioning autistic people. Some of them are met in the middle grounds and everything like that. I want to say I'm at level, maybe a good level 6.5 or 7. So, here we are right now with that.
You need an environmental toxin. This is an individual tragedy as well.
How is this a tragedy? Just because we are a little different and everything from your average American citizen or your quote-unquote perfect American. But let's get on to the nitty-gritty of what RFK had to say.
Autism destroys families.
I would like to call bullshit on that. It may have it did not destroy families. It may have destroyed people's views on families and everything like that. I had an uncle who straight up called me retarded. My mom did not even speak to him and everything for about years after that. And this was when I accidentally, because he asked me to wash my hands with something, and something broke in his sink, and then water shot up in the air. And yeah. So it all just yeah.
More importantly, it destroys our greatest resource, which are children.
It does not. I want to say, as long as you still give your children the right resources and everything, the right eligibility to learn, that is not the case at all. And the fact that everything you've gone through this and everything is a very harmful rhetoric. And to me, that is a big no-no, especially from the resources that I gained. In the state of Texas, by the way, believe it or not, I went to a Catholic school when I was younger. They were not wanting to provide the resources. But over here in Texas and everything like that, they did. Shocker, huh?
These are children who should not be suffering like this. These are kids who, many of them were fully functional.
How would you know? No one's fully functional and everything. The brain doesn't develop and everything until a certain age when you get older. Everyone knows this. Some of them are late bloomers, yes, but by all means, continue.
And regressed because of some environmental exposure into autism when they're 2 years old.
Nope, false. If I even begin to explain why that is false and everything, we will be here all day.
And these are kids who will never pay taxes.
I want you to repeat. I'm going to repeat what he just said right there real quick.
They'll never hold a job.
Hold on. These two parts specifically.
Never pay taxes. They'll never hold a job.
I just want to tell y'all right now, I'm an autistic American who recently had to pay the IRS taxes. I have 2 jobs, actually. Yeah. I'm not going to say what they are, but one of them involves a 1099 contract. And even with my W-2, I still owed nearly $1,000 to the IRS. Almost 900 to be exact. So, autistic people never pay taxes? Really now?
They'll never play baseball.
I actually did play baseball, Little League, and other various sports. Even martial arts and everything like that as well.
They'll never write a poem.
I actually have written a lot of poems. I actually won a couple of awards back then in my schools and everything for best poems. And I performed at a lot of talent shows for a lot of written stuff that I wrote on my own. I still write from time to time. It's a great therapy.
I'll never go out on a date.
Oh, multiple women in my life, multiple people in my life, multiple people that have came and gone from my life. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? There are even people that are disabled, people with no arms and legs that will find the love of their life, people that are mentally distraught that will still find the love of their life. So I don't know where this rhetoric is coming from.
Many of them will never use a toilet unassisted.
I think I've only needed assistance on a toilet only when I was maybe a toddler, until I was potty trained. Other than that, no.
And we have to recognize we are doing this to our children. And then
The only thing you're doing to our children and people with autism, especially as adults and everything, you are causing fear. This is fear mongering at the highest. And I actually knew someone who said that their autism was cured. And the fact that this person and everything, she says she doesn't have autism anymore, that is not how it works. I have multiple arguments with this person and everything, and I explained to her that's not how it works. And her whole family, and you guessed it, supported this kind of rhetoric and Trumpies and everything like that. And so does she, blindly. So, before I close out, because I have a couple minutes left on this and everything, of course, with the 10-minute mark. Lastly, I would like to say to anyone who's a parent that believes this rhetoric for their autistic child and everything like that, neurodivergent, I would just like to say you are a failure as a parent already, and I hope you get what you deserve and everything. And to anyone else who wants to try to debate me and everything like that, good fucking luck, you fucking retards. I will say that word and everything to you to your face. One, I already know I'm smarter than you. A lot of you don't tend to think before you speak. And you know what? And to the certain group of people that also believe this rhetoric and everything like that, there's a certain word, a certain phrase that I definitely want to say to you all. But I know TikTok will flag me for that if I even say it. So I'm going to go ahead and just let you figure that part out.